Hello, and I will now be reading Chapter 7 of Robots Rule the School. It's munchin' time. The data set and Olive sneaked into the cafeteria. They could reach the emergency exit from there. All the lights were off, but there didn't seem to be any robots. I usually love the cafeteria, Caesar whispered, but in the dark it looks scary in a yummy way. Do you think the robots caught all the other students? Laura asked. I don't know, said Gabe, worried. The friends tiptoed as quickly as they could. Who do you think is behind this? Laura asked. Maybe the robots are, said Olive. Laura looked at her. What do you mean? If someone were controlling the bots, wouldn't we have seen them? Olive pointed out. It's like the robots are acting on their own, like they've gotten smarter. Is that even possible? Asked Gabe. I know your bot and mine were AI, but all the others were just motors and gears. Maybe our bots work together to modify the others, Olive said. Gabe shook his head. I programmed my robot to be smart, but not that smart. There's no way it had the power to lead a robot rebellion. Suddenly, a whirring noise echoed from the cafeteria kitchen. It grew louder. I think quiet time is over, exclaimed Caesar. Run! The kids bolted into the exit doors and tried to tug them open. They were locked with chains. No! Who would ever lock up the emergency exit? Caesar exclaimed. Who? An enormous robot wheeled out from the kitchen. It lifted its giant mixer and rotated it slowly. Caesar smacked his head. You have got to be kidding me. Bad Mix and Munchbot? Whirr! The mixer spun faster, preheating oven mode, it announced in its robotic voice. Don't make it angry, Caesar, Laura cried. Just run! The friends sprinted back across the cafeteria. I don't want to be an ingredient, Caesar yelled as the Mix and Munchbot whirred at their heels. This way! Gabe banged open a hall door into the boys' room and the friends darted through. The Mix and Munchbot was too wide to follow. It buzzed angrily. Hurry! Gabe exclaimed. Inside, the friends found a door that connected to the gym locker room. Phew! Said Olive as the friends crept into the gym. That was close. Eek! She yelped. Dozens of large figures loomed there. It's gymnastics equipment, not robots, Caesar said. Olive breathed a sigh of relief. Caesar was right. Vaults, uneven bars, and balance beams were set up everywhere. Now what? Asked Laura. What if all the exits are locked? We have to keep trying until we find a way out, Gabe said, determined. We may be the school's only hope. We have to get help. Just then, a scuffy-haired shadow stepped toward the kids. Did someone say help? Chapter 8. Save the School. Gabe couldn't believe his eyes. It was Dr. Bunsen. Dr. B, you really have to stop doing that. He broke into a huge grin. But boy, are we glad to see you. As am I, my young data set. The doctor replied. He looked at Olive. And the data set's young friend? Oh, how rude of me, Dr. B. This is Olive, said Caesar. Are you here to stop the bots? Laura asked the doctor hopefully. Not exactly, Dr. B said, but your question does make me worry. Robots have taken over the school. Caesar acted out their day. Somehow all of our robots were reprogrammed to capture the school, Gabe added. We think they've gotten smarter, said Laura. The doctor scratched his head. Ah, yes, well, you may have me to thank for that. That's why I came, you see. When I put the Bunsen Infinity battery in your robot, Gabe, I may have accidentally put an artificial intelligence booster power pack in it instead. What? Asked Gabe. Caesar looked to Olive. See, this is what I meant. The doctor shrugged. My Infinity battery and AI booster do tend to look the same. I have a note on my to-do list to mark them properly. Oh well, you know how it is. Busy and all. Olive turned to Gabe. So that's how your bot got smarter? Gabe nodded. Smart enough to combine with PAL 1.0 and build all the other bots. Did they really? Oh, how excellent. The doctor clapped his hands. Well, not excellent that they've taken over the school, but quite exciting that my AI booster is working so well. Can we stop them? Asked Gabe. Of course, said Bunsen. You just need to. Suddenly, the gymnasium doors burst open. It was Laura's Swiss Army tool, bot brandishing lassos made from tape measures. Hold that thought, Dr. B, exclaimed Gabe. The friends bounced off the vaults and swung over balance beams. Wow! Caesar watched Olive somersault over a vault. She was good at gymnastics, too. But it was no use. The Swiss Army toolbot had cornered them in the gym locker room. Stop! Laura stepped in front of her robot. Remember what you're programmed to do. You're supposed to hand me the tools. They won't work without me. The robot paused, confused. It couldn't decide if it should follow its old programming or its new programming. Suddenly, the wall behind the dataset crashed open. It was Cole's Loverbot, but now it had two enormous mechanical arms. It grabbed Dr. Bunsen and whizzed off. Dr. B! The kids cried. Laura's Swiss Army tool. Bot zipped after it, still confused, but the friends weren't fast enough to rescue Dr. Bunsen. Remove the power pack and save the school, the doctor cried, before disappearing down the hall in the robot's clutches. Okay, hold on for the next chapter.